My 13-year-old daughter's first time. I'm shook. And at the bottom right of the thumbnail, it says, she's Jesssfam most definitely knew what she was doing with this thumbnail.
Yeah, it was gross. It's a gross thing. Before you post everything, you have to like confirm everything, double check everything, make sure everything's good, and she did that.
Yeah, it's like one thing, like what we do here is exposing people. And of course, we always check everything just to make sure there's like certain things not in it. None of it's bad. It's just like cuts to certain things that we stutter on or say don't
Yeah.
love or whatever. It's just the editing process of cutting things out. Or like if our son runs in the room or whatever like that, we'll cut that out. There's really no like personal things on that level of like a family vlogger that would be in a video that would be inappropriate, and no matter what, it would be cut out. But for Jesssfam, that's just clickbait. That's just
Yeah.
the point of the video. Sometimes it's not even really the point of the video. It's only like a minute or so of their video where
Usually her videos are like that.
that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Jesssfam is a lot like that, where she'll dramatize something in the thumbnail and title, and it'll be like 1 minute or 30 seconds in her video, and the rest of it's
Usually in
just
the middle
filler.
or the end.
That's
Yeah.
also calculated. Jesssfam will put things in the middle or the end of the video so people watch all the way through to find what they clicked on, because that's why people click.
Yeah.
People clicked on the video to see what she was talking about, and they have to wait a certain amount of time until then, and Jesssfam puts it in the middle or the end because that's runtime. That's money in her pocket.
People defending it, which is only like one person in the comment section, are basically saying what it's about. You can clearly see Disney in the background or whatever. You can't really see that much in the background. You don't really know what the video's about.
That's a dumb
It
defense.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's about Disney. She knew what she was doing at the title. I don't care what the video's about. The title was disgusting.
The background's blurred
Wrong.
out too. It reminds me of when like Karen was claiming her friend Pam's pregnancy as her
Yeah.
own
Mm-hmm.
for clickbait during 2020, and they got a lot of grief for it. And then people in the comment section were like, well, you can actually see her friend in the background. I'm like, what does that matter? You see this like dark figure in the background and they see Karen's face in the front. Like, obviously that was calculated. And of course the stands always have to defend their like Lord and Savior.
Dude, the other thing that's in the thumbnail is first time, and then her daughter's the forefront of the thumbnail, and she's just in the background, and the other kids are in the way background. And I'm like, it's gross.
I'm shook. She's nervous. First time in the thumbnail. This implies something disgusting.
If the title's around them, she always puts their ages in it in the title and sometimes the thumbnail, and it's just weird. It's weird. It's like you're kind of focusing on that because people are gonna want to look for that. You know what I mean?
Well, Jesssfam for a long time has been known to be a PDF file feeder.
She is.
She absolutely does. Jesssfam knows that there are weirdos online who like to watch her
Especially
content
today, yeah.
for her children, and she knows it, and she's feeding them her children. Jesssfam is as much as a predator as they are.
This video was posted like over a year ago, probably closer to a year and a half ago or something like that. We just weren't uploading and we didn't talk about it, and not a lot of people talked about it, and I had screenshots on my phone, so that's why we're talking about that.
Yeah, while we've been gone, again, we've been keeping tabs on some things on the people that we've talked about before and other things. We have a bunch of, screenshots and clips in our phones and on our computers that we're going to talk about that you may have already heard about, maybe not, I don't know. But this was like over a year ago or something like that, and we're just talking about it now because, we're playing catch up on a lot of things. And again, some of you may not know, so it's good that you guys know this if you watch Jesssfam and don't really like see what's going on, or if you guys just want to hear us talk about it. And of course, for those stands who say that I'm insane or we're insane for implying that Jesssfam feeds PDF files, she literally again is known for it and did this right before kind of like my departure, our departure from YouTube. She was literally doing that. She posted basically a topless photo of her young daughter online. She did get called out for it by a lot of people, and she took that photo down. Now, how do we know that she's feeding PDF files? Well, I have screenshots where she's liking comments that are extremely weird, where people are talking about her daughters in a pretty effed up way, and she's agreeing with it. So again, to all the Jesssfam stands, I don't want to hear about it.
You know, she quickly changed the title. Not quick enough, but quick enough to where she didn't have that many people who saw the title. When I took this screenshot, it had been an hour since she had uploaded it. It had 6.4 thousand views. And then the next screenshot was when she changed it, was at the video had been uploaded 2 hours ago, and then it had 9.5 thousand views. So there wasn't a lot of people who saw it. There was less than 10,000 people who saw it, probably, who saw the title before she changed it. So it wasn't up for that long. I think she definitely did it on purpose. I just don't know if she got cocky and was like, oh, I'm gonna upload this real quick and then see how many views I can get quickly, and then I'll change it.
I've seen the Prince family do it, and other family vloggers,
Yeah.
and even other YouTubers and content creators, influencers. They purposely upload a controversial title that they know they're gonna get backlash for, because they're rage baiting, making people mad with whatever they're pushing out. And people who are mad are more likely going to comment and interact than people who are just vibing watching the video, because there's a lot of people who don't comment, who are like, you know, quiet subscribers. It's just watch videos, and if there's nothing really to talk about, they're just watching video, they're just vibing, right? But if there's something negative or controversial to talk about, that's when people are going to start voicing their opinions more. Because I've seen plenty of people say, hey, I'm a silent viewer and I'm not cool with this.
Yeah.
That's probably the first time they've ever commented on something.
That's true.
You know? Yeah. And so anyways, seeing content creators push out something controversial and then within a couple hours change it, because the goal was, with those first 2 hours or so, they're trying to get as much engagement as possible, so it pushes out, and then they change the title because it's going to continue to push out, but the controversy is like gone now.
Then they can basically like gaslight their community and be like, wait, what?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. The title's fine.
What?
When they upload that controversial title that they know is going to make people mad, and they're going to do their rage engagement, you know, it's rage bait, they'll do that for a few hours and then they'll change the title. But because in the beginning of the video's lifespan, it will get the same boost because it has the high engagement and likes or dislikes or whatever, because dislikes still help videos, but it will still get that boost from all that engagement. Well, you change the title and you get rid of that controversy when it pushes out more into YouTube and to people's feeds. So that 130 odd thousand people who saw the video, majority of them probably didn't see the title, and it was probably maybe like the first 10,000 that did, or 20,000 at least. Guarantee you over 100,000 people didn't see the title, which is also why it's good to talk about these things, because they need to see these things. They need to know that Jesssfam is disgusting. She's gross. She's scum. She literally puts the safety of her children to like the back burner, to the side, so that she can feed PDF files for money. That's disgusting. Jesssfam's probably one of the most grossest family vloggers that I have ever come across.
Like, imagine your mom vlogged and she used that as the title, the first title, used that as a title just to rage bait people. Like, Jesssfam's super calculated, so it probably definitely was what she was doing. But imagine that, like, my 13-year-old daughter's first time, ... I'm shook. The lack of respect for your child and their safety,
no regard for them.
No regard for them at all. It's really sad. That's gross to think about her thinking about using that just as a rage bait title. It was calculated. It's so gross.
I saw this clip of this OF girl, and she has an assistant who looks really young, but she's of age, who started in OF, and she was asking her assistant how much money she made. She made like $54,000 in 1 month. So that influencer or whatever, OF girl, was like, wow, you guys are gross, because my assistant, who has an OF, looks 12 years old, or 13 or whatever she said. Very young, right? She looks like a minor. So she's calling the audience gross because she looks young. And I agree. She looked like she was 12. So it's like, why would you sign up for that? Now, of course, that audience who signed up to that young girl's OF is disgusting. They're gross because, again, she looks like a minor, but also
she's aware.
She's aware of what's going on. And even the young assistant, who is an adult, they both know that they're feeding gross people that are probably predators or PDF files or whatever, and they're feeding them, and they're just like, whatever. You know,
point the finger all the way around, not just at them.
Point the finger at them and yourselves, because if you're feeding PDF files, you are just as bad as they are.
It's gross, yeah. There wasn't that many, and not a lot of people were aware of it. Some people were like, "Oh shit, it wasn't that title." It was. It was the title. I have the screenshots of it.
Yeah, and from what we saw, not a lot of people talked about it. Maybe a couple, I'm not sure, but it definitely didn't blow up. A lot of things that Jesssfam does doesn't really go up either. Jesssfam is pretty bad. She is a horrible example of a mom. She's a horrible example for girls or young girls. She's absolutely disgusting, and if anybody deserves to be pushed out offline, it's definitely Jesssfam.
I mean, I don't even like kicking Baby J. I don't even think they need to be offline more than that, more than her.
No, they just need to cut their,
They just need to stop lying.
Stop lying and exploiting their children, whatever. But if Karen and Quad
really
just
bad.
talked about themselves and put out their own content about like them, then whatever. But Jesssfam, because she's so gross, like I don't even want to see her face. You know what I mean? But of course, it's good to talk about these things. It's good for the exposure. It's good for people who are naive or just don't know about this situation, never got to see the actual original thumbnail. But, luckily we grabbed it when we saw it. We were keeping tabs.
I knew it too. I was like, I have to screenshot this because she's going to change the title.
Deep down, me and Paige always knew we were coming back. We always knew. Even if it took 3 years. Videos in between.
Can't wait to get these screenshots off my phone, though.
Yeah, no, we have
these blockers on my phone.
Yeah, she's like, I don't want this same pictures of these people next to my son. I totally get that.
I could have deleted these and been like, oh no, we don't need to talk about that. But it is important. This was a really bad one, and a really bad, one of the worst things Jesssfam has done, honestly.
And it's because she's so desperate for likes and views and money because her kids aren't babies anymore. And so she has to dramatize things so much more, or like make controversial posts because she needs that attention, and it's going away because it's not as easy anymore because you can't really exploit children anymore.
No, but you can use teenagers and young girls as clickbait. Again, that's why she always uses their age in the titles. The thumbnail and the title are focused on one of the kids. Even some of the boys, she always has to put their age in the title, and it's just weird.
Yeah, it's like, why can't you say my son or my daughter? Why do you have to always put detail out like that?
It was so gross. My 13-year-old daughter's first time. That is fucking gross.
Yeah, it's very disturbing. Jesssfam is disturbing. And again, like I said, if anyone deserves to be offline,